Bella's making an appearance today. There we go. Hello. Hi everyone, it's the Primrose Fairy here and welcome back to my craft channel. Sorry I'm a bit late with this video. I was going to be doing a few more autumn videos, but I just haven't been able to in this one that I'm showing you. I've been working on and off it for 3 weeks. I just don't have the time, but yeah, obviously my priorities have changed. It will be a bit more sporadic, my videos, but I'm determined to get them out. So anyway, yeah, this week's video is an autumn one, and it's how to make cardboard pumpkins. So here's one I made earlier. Here we go. This is the medium pumpkin that you would have seen in the intro. Also made a large one and a smaller one. They're so easy to make. Zero waste craft. So yeah, it's just made out of good old toilet rolls. Toilet rolls are like my favourite craft material. You can do everything with toilet rolls. Just saying, including making pumpkins. So yeah, toilet rolls. This is just card, like cereal box card. And then this here for the stalk is just packing, like Amazon delivery packaging. I have got a ton of it under my desk, which Kieran loves. It's a tutorial I saw on Pinterest, I think, about making these. But the way they made them was to glue each one individually. I did that with the smaller pumpkin and it takes ages, let me just say that. I also used a glue gun and that didn't really work very well. So I've changed it up a bit, and Kieran had the idea, not me, of, you'll see in the video of how I've created this, but it makes it so much easier and quicker. And I've changed the glue as well. And I think it makes them look a bit more uniform and a better shape. So yeah, give it a go. It doesn't take long to make, and it's really effective. So without further ado, if you would like to make these cardboard pumpkins, I've listed everything you need down below in the box, in the description box. And let's get to it. Okay, this is voiceover Maria here. So yeah, for this craft you will need just an ordinary toilet paper roll. And I'm just showing you with the smaller pumpkins, you will need to cut the toilet roll down, which I've done there. So here I'm just measuring what size I want my pumpkin. I will leave all the sizes down in the description box if you want to do the same sizes. Yeah, so just be careful with this part. I'm using a scalpel just to cut it evenly, basically. Now, I just want to show you, this is the template like I use. This is what makes it so much easier than gluing each strip individually. So yeah, I'm just measuring it here. But as you can see, I've cut each strip so that there's a bit left over each end. And this makes it so much easier to glue and shape. Because you're doing 7 strips in one is brilliant. Saves a lot of time, let's just say that. So here I'm just showing you that process. So I'm just measuring, I'm using 1 centimetre wide for each strip. And I believe I'm doing 6 strips there. I think in some of them I do 7, but yeah, just so that it fits inside the toilet roll. But again, I'll put the dimensions down in the description box. I'm now just marking each strip with a pencil and then you can start cutting it out. Right, so this is what it should look like, and then you want to have like a gap either side of it, and this part you don't want to cut through. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I think here I'm cutting, or scoring should I say, 2.5 centimetres from the edge. And then you want to scalpel the lines down the middle. Make sure you use a board underneath. I just use an old sketchbook because it's got a nice thick board at the bottom. So yeah, I'm just showing you here where you want to cut. Now I do actually cut over the line just a little bit, just to give it a bit more flexibility when you're gluing inside the toilet roll, just in case you want to adjust the strips. So that's all the strips cut, and you can see how much quicker this will be. So here I'm just curving the edges just to make it a little bit easier when you're gluing it to the inside of the toilet roll. So now we can start gluing. I'm using this Tacky PVA glue. It's really strong actually. You can get that from Amazon. So yeah, you want to put a reasonable amount onto the end of the card, just so that it sticks properly. So after the glue, you want to stick it inside the toilet roll and make sure you press it down for a good sort of minute or two, just so that the glue can start drying. Once the glue has dried out quite a bit, you then pull down the strips like this. It is important that the glue is, it doesn't have to be fully dry, but if you do it too soon, it will just come off. So yeah, just make sure that it won't go anywhere basically. So again, you want to put the glue on the other side this time. Yeah, you bend it over and glue it to the other side. This bit might be a little bit tricky, but you just got to persevere with it, and it will, it will work. It's really effective. Again though, make sure you hold that down for quite a while, just like a couple of minutes, at the very most. I'm just patting down this side, just so that the pumpkin is able to stand up on its own, and then the top part stays a bit more rounded, as you can see. So I've got a second one here that I'm just going to quickly show you. So you glue that on the other side. Might be a tight squeeze, just depending on how big your roll is actually, because some of them are different shapes and sizes. So you basically want to adjust to the size of your toilet roll. So again, glue on the other side and bend it over to secure inside the roll. So it should look something like this when it's done. So now all you need to do is just keep adding layers. You can add as many as you want. I think on this one I've added 2 layers, I think. I can't remember. I think it's 2 layers. and then I like fill in the gaps with like odd strips of card. I'm having to mute these clips, by the way, because Kieran's on the phone in the background, so sorry about that. So yeah, as you can see here, this has got the 2 layers on there. There's quite a few gaps there, so you want to do what I'm doing here and just fill them in with individual strips of cardboard. So with all the strips added, here's what it looks like. I've actually put in some different coloured card as well, just to give it a bit more interest, really. You can actually paint them if you want. I saw one tutorial where they painted it, but I quite liked the recycled look. So now it's time to do the pumpkin stalk, and here I've got a piece of Amazon packaging that you can use, again recycled. So yeah, you just want to take it and like scrunch it up into the shape of a stalk. That's all I can kind of think of. I start at the bottom and then just keep twisting it, as you can see. Try to create that like stalk shape. Then once you've made that, you can just fit it into the hole. You can glue it in. I haven't. I didn't think I needed to really, but you can glue it in if you want to. But yeah, I think it looks really effective, and I'm just showing you here the different sizes that I've made, just for scale really. That was a very small one that I made with the method of just one strip at a time, and it does take a long time. So the other method that I'm using, I would recommend using that one. So yeah, give them a go and let me know how yours turned out. And here's what they look like with fairy lights inside. I wanted to make a nice centerpiece, so I thought, oh, I might like to light them up and see what it looks like, and I think it looks really effective. So yeah, you can do that if you want. Pop some fairy lights inside and yeah, surround them with lots of autumn leaves. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed watching that and seeing how I made it. Sorry, just need to readjust Bella Babes. I put fairy lights inside them, inside the pumpkins. And it is lovely. In the evening, you just put them on. And I think that it's really effective with fairy lights inside. Give that craft a go this autumn. Like I said, zero waste craft. You just use recycled items, which I love. I love crafts like that. And anyone can do it as well. So yeah, give it a go. Let me know if you give it a go as well. Comment down below. I'd like to hear from you. Yeah, my next video is going to be another pumpkin one, but I just don't know when I'm going to do it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So I've got Bella's hair up my nose, which is lovely. Anyway, I hope you're all doing okay and you're having a good September. Yeah. Well, it's nearly the end of September. It's nearly October. Jesus, where did that go? Hope you're all doing okay, and I shall see you very soon. Bye! Basically, she's happy with it.